Since every good story needs an antagonist, I want to introduce you to Mildred Lewis Rutherford. She's our antagonist. Known to her friends as Miss Millie. That sounds sweet. Miss Millie. Please. She was born in Athens, Georgia in 1851, and for most of her adult life, she held the title of Historian General of the United Daughters of the Confederacy, or the UDC. She wrote and distributed what she called a measuring rod. It was a pamphlet that state curriculum boards could use to evaluate history textbooks. The measuring rod specified which books were acceptable for Southern schools and which were not. Now, acceptable books had to describe slavery as a benevolent institution that benefited enslaved people, because of course it did. They had to describe Confederate soldiers as honorable men defending their homeland. And they had to present secession as a constitutional right, not a rebellion. They also had to avoid, wherever possible, documenting what Rutherford and the UDC called prejudicial accounts of Reconstruction. Now, Ms. Millie, she distributed this pamphlet to school boards across the South beginning in 1919, and it worked. Not because the school boards were passive, but because they were willing. The story the pamphlet was protecting was the story that made their communities feel coherent.